of the Hamburglar. Did he go to
What happened to
McDonald's
any of
jail? Did he go to jail?
I don't know what happened to any of them.
I don't know what happened to the Hamburglar. He was there, and then all of a sudden he was gone. Just gone. Anyways, welcome back to Hashtag Just Sayin. We don't know where the Hamburglar is, but he's not here. So.
He's burglarizing.
Probably. He escalated in crimes. He went from stealing people's hamburgers to like breaking into their homes.
And stealing their burger.
And he got nicked on a B&E. Bacon and entering. Oh, it's amuse yourself in this world. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch the first 20 minutes on YouTube. We post up the video. We have a lot of other cool videos up there, so you can check out the YouTube channel. For the YouTube people, you can check out the full show, full audio, on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play.
Playtime.
That's right.
Woo.
And if you're playing at home, that's the first time I've said that. My goodness,
Wait, are you playing at home?
I don't know.
I had to sit on you.
Aw, that's awful. I am an idiot.
I thought you were Tara.
I am, but I am also an idiot. Okay, here's a full story. I've told so many stories on this show.
Bathroom.
It's usually with the bathroom. I'm just not even embarrassed about anything anymore. So I had to go to the doctor's office, right?
And they had a bathroom there.
Well, they did. This is not a bathroom story. This is a story about me being an idiot. So I had to go to the doctor. So I go in, and they're like, "Oh, they bring me into a little room," which, by the way, was cramped. It was like, you think like the office here is cramped. They had like a lot of furniture in a small room. I'm like, you might need a smaller table or something, or at least get smaller chairs. All he needs is the stool.
Sounds like you're sitting in a kindergarten class.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a lot for a little. So she asked me the usual questions. How you feeling? What are you here for? Blah, 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 blah. I answer all the questions. She scurries away. He'll be right with you. She runs out of the room. So I'm waiting for a few minutes.
I want them all picking me up.
So usually he's pretty quick. And that day he was kind of... he didn't run in as quickly as he usually does.
Run.
So I had to kill time. Now, I get bored. Do you get bored sitting waiting for your doctor? I'm sure you do. I can't be the only one. Do you get bored,
Yeah.
Sean? Yeah?
These days we got our phones, but...
Well, my phone
Remember how boring it was like 30, 40 years ago?
My phone was in my jacket, which was on, I folded up, I kind of rolled it up and threw it on the table. So I didn't really have access to my phone. So now I have access to my brain. So my brain says, my legs now, I'm sitting on the table, okay? And they have that butcher's, what do you call it, that butcher's paper on the table, where they just rip off a piece, throw you on there like a slab of meat. Yes. So this story gets so much worse. So I'm sitting on the table, and my legs are dangling over the edge of the table, and all of a sudden, for no reason, by the way, I would lift my leg up, so it'd be straight out, right? And I was doing this and making lightsaber sound effects while I was moving my legs. So I was like, vroom, 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 vroom. And he comes running in. So I'm in the middle of going, vroom, 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 and he comes running in, and I'm like,
I'm the wrong doctor.
No. So he comes in, and he's like, hey, how are you? And I was like, yeah, you just caught me. And he's like, caught you what? And I was like, you just caught me, like, I'm being an idiot. And he was like, okay. Like, he's known me for a long time, so he's like, all right, I accept this, and let's move on. So it was kind of like embarrassing, but he was fine with it. We had to have a lot of embarrassing conversation that day, so I had, you know what, my mom, I go to see my I go to my parents like every Sunday, right? It's family day.
Tradition.
Yes. So I was at family day, and my mom. This is what I hate about the summer, right? My mom thinks it's great to eat outside.
No.
I don't like eating outside.
Heat and bugs.
Thank you. Those are my two nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
My nemesis? My
Nemini?
Is it Nemini? If it's more than one, is it Nemini?
God damn it, it's fucking inevitable. Jeez.
Oh my god. I don't know, dude. I'm just like, I can't. I don't like being outside. There's bugs. I don't like to try to eat food and then have bugs flying around you. I have a fear that I'm gonna eat the bug.
Yep.
Or bugs land on your food and it's very unappetizing. You're like, ew, I don't want to eat that now. These tortillas are done. So she had this big thing like, oh,
that wasn't a bean.
Yeah. She had this big thing. It's like, oh, we ate outside last week. And there were mosquitoes. And I suffered as long as I could. And then I was like, I have to go in. And she's like, what is wrong with you? Mosquitoes. And then she says, well, they're not bothering me. Yeah, because they're all over here. We want to trade places?
No. I'm comfy over here.
Or shall I sit with you? And then they can all swarm you. So I'm highly annoyed, right? We finally go inside. Now, at some point during the week, Jay, not to be graphic with anyone, but Jay was rubbing my back, right? As he does because he's a good fella.
And your husband.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, anyway, so this is occurring, and then he goes, what's wrong with your back? And I went, well, aside from the fact that it's broken, I don't know. And he goes, no, there's something wrong with your back. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't want one more thing. I don't want one more thing. I was like 3 days away from going to the doctor.
They were
right?
saying 3 days away from retirement.
I know.
Yeah, lethal weapon line.
Yeah, like Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit. So he grabs my phone, he takes a photo, and he shows it to me, and I was like, holy shit. And there's just a patch of, like, I don't know what the fuck. It was something between bug bites and a rash. And I'm like, that's concerning. And then as soon as he showed it to me, I was like, it itches. It itches. Oh my god, it itches. So,
was it where he was scratching on you?
huh?
When we did the shoot. You asked
What do
him,
you mean?
you asked him to scratch your back in the center of your...
No, because he was up here. It's down here. I had
No, still, you got it all wrong.
Yeah.
It's where the shoulder meets the neck.
So I was like, oh, I hope that's not anything serious. So while I was at the doctor, because it actually hurt for a little while. So then when I went to the doctor, I said, listen. Once again, my poor doctor deserves like a medal for dealing with me, right? So I said, listen, you know I don't like exposing myself, but I have to show you something.
Please, no, ladies present.
So he looks at me and he's laughing at me. And he's like, I know. And he's like, what is it? And he's like, what kind of exposure? Like, he was like trying to mentally prepare himself for what I might have to disrobe. And I was like, no. I'm just going to let my shirt back here. I was like, I just need you to look at something. And he goes, okay. So he looks and he goes, yeah? And I was like, yeah, what is it? And he goes, nothing. And I said, what is it? And he goes, I don't know, but it's going away. I was like, this is like a bad Abbott and Costello sketch. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base.
I don't know who's on second. Oh, who's on second? Who's on first?
So I said, are you sure? And he goes, yes. He goes, I'm not sure what it is, but it's going away. So I said, you know what? Fine. If it's going away, I'm not going to concern myself with it. And I wouldn't. I said, all right, you wouldn't. That's the deciding factor right there.
What a doctor.
Mm-hmm. He's really funny. I like him. All the time he'll be like, So I said, he asked me what I was doing for the summer, and I was like, nothing. And I said, well, I'm going to,
Maine.
I'm going to Maine. Excuse me, for my husband's birthday. And he goes, he goes, yeah, well, you know I have to do that. And he goes, well, you don't look happy. And I said, well, I've never been to this particular part of Maine. I was like, so I don't know. And he goes, oh, it's beautiful. You'll love it. And he goes, it's beautiful. You'll love it. And I said, okay. Okay. So I said, all right. And then he goes, trust me. And I said, well, you know what? I won't be at work. And he goes, yeah, that's good for you. And then he essentially was like, yeah, you shouldn't go to work, kind of thing.
You should ask him for a note. Go stay home.
I know. Then it was like, as I was trying to leave, he goes, hey, let me show you some pictures of where you're going. Like, he went online and Googled where I was going. And he's like, let me show you.
Let's plan out your trip.
I know. He was like, look at all the stuff you can do. So I'm just looking at stuff he's showing me, and I'm going, I have a bad back. I was like, how, all this looks like pain to me. And then he goes, yeah, maybe. And he's like, but you should still do it. I'm like, oh, thanks. Excuse me. So I was like, all right. You get me paranoid now. Stop it. No, because I don't want him to think I'm, like, going into it, like, gonna have a bad time. I'm ambivalent about it, because I've never been. Maybe we'll run into Stephen King.
Hopefully.
There's always that possibility.
He lives on one of those little islands, right?
I'm not sure whereabouts he lives.
That's what I thought he did.
Don't most of his stories take place up there anyway?
Yep.
And be like, hey, where's that dead body?
Maine!
Castle Rock?
Where's that Disney World? Maine!
Oh, so, was it yesterday or today, being Friday? Well, because some people don't always listen on the first day. By the way, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications wherever the bell is. I don't know.
Remember what Joe said last week?
You should just insert a clip of Joe right here. Where he's like, comment, subscribe.
That'd be cool.
I know.
Oh, I'll do that.
I can't do that, but
Oh,
I should.
Shit.
So, I was shocked, because even though I had heard about it, I was like, oh, that probably won't happen. But they released the trailer for the Top Gun movie. The new Top Gun movie.
Yep, they did.
I was like, because we had heard about it. When did we hear about it? Like last year?
Yeah.
They started like, oh, we're going to do another Top Gun movie. And I'm like, oh, you're full of shit. That's not going to happen. Happening! Did a trailer? They have a trailer and everything. They have enough footage for a trailer?
Yeah, like a 2-minute trailer.
Yeah, I was like, crap. Half of it actually looked like, half of it looked like old footage, though. Because I swear I saw Goose in there.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, he's dead. Goose died in the first one.
Yeah, he got
Goose!
He got a broken neck inside his plane.
Is that how he died? With a broken neck?
I think so.
Shit.
The way
That's
his
a
plane went
horrible way
down,
to
I
go.
think he moved in a certain way and his neck like...
Oh. Now I'm sad.
Watch the movie, you'll find out. Or just go on YouTube and find a clip.
Ducks! I'm sad. Poor Goose. Oh. He was good. He was like the best. He was the best.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Top Gun Maverick. All that Sean and I watched it prior to the recording, and all he said was, "Boy, you don't look the same." Meaning Tom Cruise.
Yep.
How old is he? 50-something?
About there.
About there?
Yeah.
He's got to be like 55, 56.
Yeah.
At
Sounds
least.
Sounds
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Just saying.
That's what I'm going on record as saying. You can quote me on that. But, I mean, for that age, he looks alright.
Aight.
Yeah, he looks alright for that age. No? You got no
Yeah.
opinion? Okay.
There are some shots of the camera where he does look a little bit younger, and the other ones he looks his
CGI.
age.
CGI youth. Nice.
Mm.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know if I'd see it.
I'll wait for it to be on DVD or something.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that might be like a Netflix wait.
Plus, like the first 40 seconds of the trailer, all you see is different footage of the planes.
Yeah. Well, I would assume that the planes would have a big role in the film, Sean.
Oh,
Sean's like, why am I looking at planes? This is Top Gun.
Ooh, there goes one over our head. There's one under us. Oh, it's going sideways.
Yeah.
Oh,
Barrel
it's over
roll.
water. Oh, it's over land. Oh.
Barrel roll. Now, something happened actually over the weekend that I want to make sure that we get in. Okay?
Right.
You know what it is because you were there. All right? And I have to tell this story.
I was there.
I have to tell this story because it's one of the greatest moments that I'd ever witnessed. And I was so happy that I got to witness this moment. All right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I might have a feeling.
You know what I'm talking about. I'll give you the preface of the story, and then I'm gonna let Sean tell you the rest of it. So it'll be like tag team story. The gentlemen in the vehicle were hungry, and they forced me to stop.
No, you had to go to the bathroom too.
I had to potty, which is fine. So everybody voted. It was Wendy's we stopped at. Which, by the way, quick aside, because we have the time. Quick aside, being like I'd like to consider myself like a connoisseur of public restrooms. This is one of the worst public restrooms. Okay, the floor. Yes, actually, it kind of is a bathroom story. Although nothing really went wrong. The floor was slippery for reasons I can't figure out.
Could be water, could be pee.
It wasn't wet.
Let's see.
It wasn't wet. It wasn't wet. It was just like I had my feet down and I was like standing up, and then my feet were like slowly sliding away from me. I'm like, why am I sliding? What is happening? So then I went to go wash my hands, and the sink, which should have been like this way, and like the long way, and then you have the spout and the fucking turny things in the middle. What are those things? The faucets? The faucet and the spout, right? So that should have been in the middle, and then you have the bowl, right? The bowl was the long way, and then the spout and the faucets were at the end of it. So it was like, and it was a short faucet, right? Like a short spout. So in order to like wash my hands, they had to be up against the back of the sink.
Yeah.
It was like, what is happening? So it was highly annoying. I didn't like it at all. You know what? 1 out of 10, do not recommend. But the guys wanted to eat, so I was like, all right, I can pee. So I go out.
We all win.
Yeah. And they had already ordered their food. They were waiting for their food. Now I'm standing with the J-ster. He gets his food fine. And then, sir. And then I witness one of the greatest moments that I've ever gotten to witness. It's one of those moments that you sit there and you say, this can't be actually happening. Is this actually happening?
Actually.
No, this can't be happening. Oh, but it happened.
So instead of calling you by a number, like most other places do, they ask you for your name and they print your name on a receipt. So the guy said, what's your name? And I said, Sean, S-E-A-N. And that's what it said on the receipt. So they called Jay because he was before me. And he got his food. A minute later, the girl calls me.
How old is this girl?
She looks like to me she's in her 20s.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't ask her.
We'll go with that. Early 20s, we'll say. Yes?
And she calls out, Sayin? Sayin? I want to say, bitch. Bitch.
Oh my gosh! I heard her do it, and I said to myself, she's not trying to say Sean, is she?
She was surprised that I said it's Sean. You could see the question mark hovering over her.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, she was amazed.
It's like this girl has never seen my name before or heard it spelt that way in her life. I'm guessing she's in her early 20s, but I don't know. Could be anywhere from 16 to 25 range.
It doesn't matter. She had to, like, my gosh, like, do you talk to people? How do you not know that?
Wow.
Seen?
Yep.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I was so happy that I got to see that. I was so happy I got to see that. I was like, this is one of those things, I'm glad I got to witness this.
I'm also thinking, you're yelling this out in front of everybody?
The guy behind you was like, I think Sean.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of got it. He was like,
did.
He was like, I think she's trying to say Sean. Scene.
Wow. And I used to get teased by that when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's how the kids were with me in the like middle school days. You see.
Really?
Only if I knew. Fuck you. Your mother.
That just seems weird. Okay. Wow. Scene. Oh my goodness. I'm just so happy.
She literally stood there like a deer in headlights when I was telling her that it's Sean. Really?
Really?
I'm 42. I've had the name 42 years. I think I know. Yes, really.
It's my name. I should know.
There were times I wanted to change it. I've always liked Christopher.
Really?
Yep.
That's
what I chose for a confirmation name.
Oh, okay.
So it's Sean, Richard, Christopher, Mahoney.
Oh.
Ah.
No. Okay. Excuse me. I got to go to, speaking of, you're talking like confirmation. You know what I got to do this weekend?
Oh, yeah, we pray. Pray.
You know what? I should. My nephew,
we got to pray just to make it today.
My nephew's last child, maybe, is getting baptized or whatever this Sunday. So I have to go to the church. Now, we've been having some, not to turn it into a weather podcast, but just to tell you what's been going on lately.
What's the forecast look like, Ollie?
It's hot.
Thank you, Ollie.
It's been in the 90s this week.
Oh, it's going to get hotter.
Saturday it's supposed to hit 100. Mm-hmm. And then Sunday it's going to hit well into the hundreds. Oh. Right? So, I'm going to have to sit in a church in 100-degree weather. Now,
wear dark pants.
Okay, here's the thing.
Wear dark pants.
My mom, who misses nothing when it comes to the children, has said to me, I ain't going. I went, you're not gonna go? She goes, nope. I said, why? She goes, I'm not sitting in that church. How hot?
It'll be hot.
It's gonna be a hot Sunday. And I'm like, I said, well, I kind of already said that I would go. And she goes, yeah, you can go.
I ain't stopping you, but I'm staying the fuck home.
Yeah. And I was like, but the heat makes me sick. And she goes, oh, you're going to be sick. I was like, thank you so much.
Get me out.
So I'm just like, I'm going to be sick Sunday. That's going to be great. And then I'm like, I was talking to a friend of mine. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and she goes, so what are you doing this weekend? And I said, oh, going to a baptism thing on Sunday. Now, I'm going to tell you this joke, and it's a joke, so don't email me at #justsayingpodcast.
They don't already.
At gmail.com and be angry, because it's just a joke. Okay? I have to preface this, because,
This is probably the one time we hear from someone.
I know. But it's like when you joke religious stuff, people get angry. But it's... So I was on to a friend of mine, and I said, I gotta go to church. And she goes, oh. And she goes, well, it might have AC. And I said, I doubt it. And she goes, well, what kind of church is it? And I said, Protestant. And she goes, oh. She said, well, the Protestants want you to be comfortable. She goes, it might have AC. She goes, at the very least, it'll have a fan. And I said, really? And she goes, yeah. She goes, they even put cushions on the benches. She goes, they have nice cushions on the benches? And I was like, oh. And she goes, we don't get that. And I said, well, no, because in the Catholic Church, you're always up and down. You're not on the bench long enough to hurt your butt. It's like, stand up. Jesus wants you to sit down.
Holy shit.
It's true. Don't tell me it's not true. Then it's the kneeling and the standing and the, hey, neighbor. I like
Peace.
this. I like the hey, neighbor. Peace be with you. Also with you. Hey, neighbor.
Oh.
So, that was my thing. Don't be angry. Don't email me. It was a joke.
Oh.
Or was it? No. So do you have anything? Do you have anything before we say goodbye to the YouTube folk? Oh.
Our buddy Kevin... No, not buddy. We don't know him personally.
No!
Our boy Kevin Spacey.
Uh-oh.
He's a free man.
Uh-oh.
Charges were dropped recently, if you didn't hear.
Yes, they were.
Because the victim is an asshole. Victim is an idiot. Victim doesn't know shit.
Here's my thing with this, okay? Regardless of where you stand on if you think he's innocent or guilty, that's fine. My thing is that the guy pled the fifth, all right?
After he kept saying, I don't
know,
know,
I can't remember, I don't recall, blah, blah, blah. There are so many holes in this story anyway, but I'm just going to leave that aside. So,
not the one who's getting accused of being poked in.
Yeah. So, he pled the fifth, and they were basically like, listen, if you don't revoke your Fifth Amendment and, talk, we have to get rid of this case. And the guy's just like, oh, and so be it. I'm like, you just went through, 7 months of bullshit.
Thank your mother.
For this to go to court.
I heard his mother's the one that put him up to this.
I'm sure she did.
She's the one that wanted to take him to court.
I'm sure she did.
After deleting the evidence and then trying to say, oh, I don't know what
I'm
the phone
sorry.
is.
I'm sorry. I think she should get in trouble for that.
Yeah?
She tampered with evidence.
Yeah. Throw that bitch in jail.
Jesus, Sean. We haven't talked enough shit. And it's like, oh, yeah, throw her in jail, yeah.
They say in court, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And later on, I think I deleted it.
I deleted it?
I think, yeah.
That's some BS right there.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. It's just,
Kept saying that the cops had the phone, and she doesn't know where it is.
And then the cops were like, no, we gave it to you. It's like hot potato. Who's got it now? I have a lot about that, but I mean, there's just there was so much from the very beginning that was just wrong.
It emerged that the mother of Spacey's accuser had deleted potentially exploratory data from her son's cell phone before turning it over to police.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they kept saying, I don't know where the phone is, and yeah, it's on there, it's on there. I didn't
Like,
do anything with it. No.
To me, that says that you had the right of mind to say, well, I'm going to try to swing this a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the police would have only used what was relevant anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Hashtag just saying.
It's just saying that
Mm-hmm.
the whole case was bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was weird from the beginning. I kind of knew it was going to get dismissed. Yeah.
The day that they had the audio version of him on the stand,
Mm-hmm.
the victim.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I think
can't
so.
recall.
Can't recall.
Yeah.
Right there is where I'm thinking, yeah, this is getting thrown out.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, one of those like I told you so. I'm not an I told you so person. I felt that from the beginning.
I'm not an I told you so person. I'm a see
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. I kind of felt it from the beginning. I'm like, there was just so much wrong with that, and the guy, and there was just so much wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way this is gonna have any merit at all, and it didn't.
Nope. That was a waste of everybody's time.
It really was.
Because
Now-
Mom wanted to send him to court, and Mom deleted the evidence, and then lied about it.
Yeah, and okay, all right, I'm just gonna say this. No, because I didn't want to bring it up, because I'm not like that. But it's just that one of the things that really was weird to me was when she initially filed this whole thing. She made a big point about saying that her son was straight.
Mm.
She said that over and over and over again. And I'm like, like what point is that? It was just weird to me. Because it wasn't even relevant. You didn't need to say that.
Right.
But she said it over and over and over again. I'm like, what?
And she's trying to convince herself.
I think so.
She doesn't want to admit that her boy isn't straight.
Yeah, and then I felt bad for the guy because I'm like, well, if he's in the closet, he's going to have to stay in the closet until his mom dies. Then he can finally live his free life. Just saying. I don't know. I don't. What?
Or we'll see those two in court again because he killed his mom.
Oh, jeez.
Hurry up and die!
I don't think it'll come to that. Boy, she nobody really had anything nice to say about her though.
I can see why.
Sean, I get it. I totally get it.
Look how I started this one off.
Yeah.
Throw that bitch in jail.
Throw that bitch in jail. Oh my goodness.
Tampering evidence.
Yeah, that was
Lying about it.
that was some foul stuff. Okay. Sorry, I was holding that in. Can't hear myself. Now I can. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube. You can catch the full show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play.
Playtime!
Playtime! Oh, get in the ball pit. We will see you next time. Scene's got something to tell you.
Everybody have a good everything.
Scarecrow, I'll miss you.
We'll see you later.
Oh!
Peace
Nice.
out from Sayin.
That could be your hip-hop name.
Just gotta put a hat on backwards.
Nice.